The Galaxy dispatched envoys, then Earth's Colossus-class ship emerged. The stars above Earth were quiet that night, but in the vast stretch of space, something unusual moved. Far beyond Mars, in the edge of the solar system, strange ships appeared. They glided silently, their metal shining under the distant light of the sun. People on Earth had never seen anything like it. Scientists scrambled to their observatories, and military stations went on high alert. Among the first to notice the anomaly was Lucas Grant, a young astronomer who worked in a remote observatory in Arizona. He stared at the screen, his heart pounding. "These readings, they don't make sense," he muttered. "Nothing we know moves like this." Across the Atlantic, in a command center hidden beneath the surface of the ocean, Commander Jack Harris watched the same signals on his monitors, his brow furrowed as he studied the incoming data. "That's not a meteor. That's not a ship we built," he said quietly. His assistant, Lily Carter, leaned over his shoulder. "What is it then?" she asked. Jack shook his head. "I don't know yet, but it's intelligent. It's not here by accident." The news of the mysterious ship spread quickly, and the world's leaders began to hold emergency meetings. Among them, Clara Dixon, a military strategist, argued for caution. "We cannot assume they are friendly," she said during the video conference. "We need to prepare for the worst. They could be scouts. They could be dangerous." Ethan Moore, a diplomat and negotiator, shook his head. "We don't know that. They might just be curious. We have to try talking first. We cannot make enemies before we understand them." The ships continued to move closer to Earth. They did not attack. They did not communicate directly, but their presence was unmistakable. People around the world looked up at the sky, wondering what these travelers wanted. In the dark of night, the ships glimmered faintly, like distant moons. Lucas worked tirelessly, scanning their movements, analyzing the energy patterns that came from the ships. "Their technology, it's beyond ours," he said to Lily, who had joined him after receiving a call from Jack. "But I think I can figure out part of it." On the surface of Earth, governments activated their space monitoring systems. Satellites were repositioned, early warning systems went online, and secret military bases prepared for possible confrontation. Jack and Lily worked together, coordinating information from different sources. "We need to know what they want before they decide we're a threat," Lily said. Jack nodded. "We can't let them underestimate us. They think we are primitive, but they don't know what we have kept hidden." Deep in orbit, in a hidden facility around the moon, a massive ship waited quietly. It had been under construction for decades, its existence known to only a few humans. The Colossus-class ship, later called Titan, was unlike anything the galaxy had seen. Its metal hull was smooth and strong, equipped with weapons that could alter the course of planets. Its AI, Artemis, was designed to think and act faster than any human or alien could predict. Inside the command room of the secret ship, Commander Jack and Engineer Lily monitored the approaching envoys. "They're close," Jack said. "I can feel it. This isn't just a visit." Lily adjusted the control panels. "They are scanning the solar system. They think we have nothing. They don't realize that Titan exists. Lucas joined them through the secure link. I've been tracking their signals. They are definitely observing us. They want to see what we can do, but they don't know the half of it." Back on Earth, the envoys sent a message. It came as a calm but firm broadcast translated into every language by artificial intelligence. "People of Earth," the message said, "we are envoys from the Galactic Council. We have observed your planet and its inhabitants. We wish to communicate and understand your capabilities. Cooperation is advised. Resistance will be noted." The words carried an underlying warning. The Council wanted to assert authority without immediate violence. They assumed Earth was weak, easy to control. Ethan Moore listened to the message, his fingers steepled in thought. "They are testing us," he said. Clara Dixon scowled. "Testing or threatening, it doesn't matter. We need to act. Show strength. Make sure they know we are not helpless." Across the room, Lucas shook his head. "We are not helpless, but if we rush, we could trigger war. Patience is our advantage." As the world debated how to respond, the envoys continued their slow approach. They hovered near Mars, scanning the planet, picking up every signal and every movement. Humanity's early warning systems detected them, but the envoys did not seem concerned. They expected Earth to be primitive. They expected simple defenses. They did not expect what lay hidden, far from the eyes of the galaxy. Inside the hidden command center, Jack and Lily prepared Titan. "Systems check complete," Lily said. "Weapons online. Shields at maximum. Artemis is ready." The AI responded in its calm, precise voice. All systems operational, tactical readiness at 100%. Engagement is not required, but preparedness is advised. Jack nodded. Good. We are going to show that we are ready if needed. Lucas continued his work, scanning the signals from the envoys. I think I can trace their communication, he said. If we intercept them, we might learn their intentions, even weaknesses. Lily looked impressed. That could give us an edge. We need every advantage we can get. The envoys, unaware of the Colossus-class ship hidden near the moon, began to send more direct messages. They demanded that Earth show its technology, that humans submit to observation, and that all defenses be deactivated. The message was polite, but the meaning was clear. Comply or suffer consequences. The leaders of Earth met in secret. Clara, Ethan, Jack, Lucas, and Lily were all present. We cannot allow them to dictate terms, Clara said firmly. They do not understand our capacity. Ethan nodded slowly. We must show them we are reasonable. We do not want war, but we cannot appear weak. Jack added, Titan is our answer. It is more than a ship. It is a symbol of our hidden strength. Lucas looked at them. And if we are careful, we can reveal just enough to make them rethink their assumptions. As the discussion continued, the envoys hovered silently near the outer planets. They sent small probes to scan the asteroid belt and the moons of Jupiter, thinking they were measuring simple human activity. What they did not know was that Titan, hidden behind a small asteroid cluster, observed everything they did. Artemis, the AI of Titan, analyzed every move of the envoys, calculating multiple outcomes and strategies. They underestimate us, Artemis said in its soft mechanical voice. Probability of conflict increases only if humans act without restraint. Jack smiled slightly.
Then we will act with precision. We will not panic.
We will not attack, but we will be seen. Lily nodded. It is time to remind the galaxy that humanity is not to be underestimated. On Earth, ordinary people went about their lives unaware of the silent drama unfolding in space above them. Children played under the evening sky, families gathered for meals, and the world seemed peaceful. Yet above them the envoys waited, and Titan prepared. A hidden power of humanity, kept secret for so long, was about to reveal itself. As Lucas continued his calculations, he noticed a pattern in the envoy ship's movements. They are testing our sensors, trying to see how much we can detect. They think we are weak. Jack looked at him. Then let them think that. We will let them underestimate us. That is the advantage we have. Lily tapped on the console, bringing up a display of Titan in orbit. The massive ship, sleek and dark, reflected the light of the distant sun. They will see soon enough, she said softly. The envoys sent another message, this time more insistent. Humans, show your capabilities immediately. We will not tolerate delay. Compliance is in your best interest. Ethan shook his head. They think fear will make us comply. They do not understand us. Clara added, Then they will learn soon enough. We cannot show aggression, but we can show strength. Night fell across Earth. The stars shone brightly, masking the tension in the darkness. In orbit, Titan remained hidden, silent, and waiting. The crew monitored every movement, every signal, every broadcast from the envoys. Humanity was ready. Not for war, but for the moment when it could step forward and declare itself equal among the stars. Lucas leaned back in his chair, exhausted but alert. This is it, he said. This is the moment when the galaxy begins to see us. The envoys think they are testing us. But we are not being tested. They are being observed. Jack nodded. And we will show them exactly who we are. Not with fire, not yet, but with presence.
With strength.
With intelligence. Lily smiled faintly. They will remember this day. And far beyond Mars, the envoy ships continued to drift, unaware that the hidden Colossus-class ship, Titan, watched silently. The galaxy had sent its envoys, expecting to find weak and primitive humans. They had no idea that Earth had prepared quietly, waiting for the moment to step out of the shadows and show its true power. Above Earth, in the silent night sky, the stars seemed to watch as well. The hidden ship waited. Humanity waited, and the first step toward a new chapter among the stars had begun. Earth's hidden strength was not yet known to the galaxy. While the envoys hovered near Mars, thinking humans were weak, preparations continued in secret. Commander Jack Harris and Engineer Lily Carter worked tirelessly in the deep orbital facility. Titan, the Colossus-class ship, waited quietly, its massive form hidden behind a belt of asteroids. Inside its command room, the air was tense but focused. "We need to make sure everything is ready," Jack said. His eyes scanned the control panels, which displayed systems for weapons, shields, propulsion, and energy distribution. "If they make a move, we must be ready to respond instantly." "But we do not start a fight. We show strength, not aggression." Lily nodded. "Everything is running at full capacity. Artemis is monitoring all systems and can act faster than any of us. The ship is ready." Artemis's voice, calm and precise, filled the room. "All operational systems are functional. Probability of successful defense exceeds 98%. Offensive action is not recommended unless human lives are at risk." Jack smiled slightly. "Good. That is what I wanted to hear. We will wait and we will observe." Meanwhile, on Earth, the world's leaders debated what to do next. Clara Dixon, Ethan Moore, and Lucas Grant met with politicians and military commanders in a secure conference room. The envoy's messages had caused panic in some corners, but the core group of leaders remained calm. "They think fear will make us submit," Clara said firmly. "We cannot give them that satisfaction. We need to show that humanity is united, intelligent, and capable of defending itself." Ethan leaned forward. "But we cannot rush into war either. We have no idea what they are capable of. We must use our minds, not just our strength. If we can convince them that we are not to be trifled with, they might reconsider their approach." Lucas added, "I've been analyzing their signals. Their technology is advanced, yes, but predictable. They communicate in ways that reveal their patterns. I can intercept some of their messages and find weaknesses." Across the Atlantic, military satellites and observation posts scanned the approaching envoys. The Council's ships were careful not to approach Earth too closely. They had learned nothing about Titan, and they assumed humanity had only basic defenses. It was a mistake the envoys did not know they had made. Deep in orbit, Lily ran simulations on Titan. She tapped the screen, activating virtual projections of the envoy ships. "If they try to attack, I can redirect Titan's energy shields to protect Earth and intercept any projectiles," she said. Jack watched the holographic displays. "We need more than defense. We need presence. We need them to understand that if they push, they will face consequences they cannot imagine." Lucas joined the orbital team through a secure video link. "I have been decoding some of their messages," he said. "They are divided. Some of the envoys think we are weak, others are unsure. They communicate secretly with each other, and I can hear parts of their debates. If we can show even a small part of our strength, it will be enough to make them pause." While Titan waited in the shadows of the asteroids, Earth's other secret projects continued. Scientists worked on small but powerful technologies that had been hidden for decades. Weapons that could disable ships without destroying them, energy shields that could protect cities, and AI systems that could calculate strategies faster than any human mind. Humanity had kept these developments secret because they feared the galaxy would interfere if it knew the truth. Clara, Ethan, Jack, Lily, and Lucas convened to make a plan. "We need to show the envoys that Earth is not helpless," Clara said. "But we do not start a war. We only show what they should not ignore." Ethan nodded. "We must send a message. A demonstration that is undeniable but not lethal. Something they cannot misinterpret." Lucas tapped on his tablet, displaying the intercepted messages from the envoys. "They are curious about our energy sources, our propulsion systems, even our communications networks. They think we are primitive. If we can show them just a glimpse of Titan's capability, it will change their perception completely." In the orbital facility, Titan's massive hull reflected sunlight faintly, invisible from Earth. Artemis monitored every movement of the envoy ships. "They are conducting routine scans," the AI reported. "They have no knowledge of Titan. Probability of them discovering the ship without human action is extremely low. They remain confident in their assumptions." Jack studied the display. "They are overconfident. That is our advantage. The galaxy believes we are primitive. We will let them think that a little longer. Then we reveal what we have prepared." Days passed. The envoys continued their careful approach, sending probes, scanning the asteroid belt, and observing Mars. Humanity monitored every move, keeping Titan hidden, analyzing every signal, and preparing for the moment they would show their power. Inside Titan, Artemis ran simulations. "If the envoys engage, the ship can neutralize all threats without loss of life on Earth," the AI said. Lily smiled faintly. "That is exactly what we need. A show of power without unnecessary destruction." They need to see that we are capable, but not reckless. Lucas continued to study the envoy's communications. I have found a pattern in their signals. They reveal their concerns indirectly. They underestimate us in some areas, overestimate us in others. If we time our actions carefully, we can exploit their assumptions. On Earth, ordinary life continued. People went to work, children attended school, and cities bustled with activity. The tension in space was invisible to most, but in secret rooms, humans prepared. Every calculation, every decision, and every system check was designed to ensure humanity's hidden strength could be revealed when the time was right. One night, Jack and Lily sat in the command room of Titan, watching the envoy ships move. "They are scanning everything again," Jack said. "Every probe, every broadcast, they think they are testing us."
"They do not know we have been preparing for this moment for decades,"
Lily nodded. "They cannot imagine what is hidden in orbit. Titan alone is enough to change their minds, but we must be patient. We do not want to fight. We want respect." Lucas joined via secure link. "The envoys are sending another message. They demand immediate cooperation. They want to see our ships, our weapons, our technology. They assume we will obey. That is a mistake." Clara added, "We cannot comply. That would give them the upper hand. We need to show strength in a subtle way, something that changes their perception without starting a war." As the hours passed, Artemis ran thousands of simulations. All outcomes indicate that a controlled demonstration of Titan's capabilities will maximize the chance of compliance from the envoys without loss of human life, the AI reported. Jack nodded. "Then that is what we will do. We prepare for the moment when the galaxy finally sees what humanity can do." In the shadows of the asteroids, Titan remained silent. Its massive form was invisible to the envoys. Inside, humans and AI worked together, readying systems, analyzing every signal, and planning each move carefully. Every detail was calculated, from energy distribution to tactical defense. Humanity's patience and preparation were about to meet the envoys' arrogance. Lucas smiled as he watched the data streams. "They have no idea. They think Earth is weak. They do not know that we have the most advanced ship in the solar system hidden right here. They will be surprised when they finally see it." Clara, Ethan, Jack, and Lily discussed their next steps. "We will not attack," Clara said firmly. "We only show presence. We only remind them that humanity is capable. That is all.
No aggression. No provocation.
Just strength. They will respect that. They cannot ignore it. And if we act carefully, we might avoid conflict entirely." Meanwhile, the envoys continued their scans. They had no idea that Titan observed them, calculated their moves, and prepared for any unexpected actions. The AI on Titan simulated every possibility, predicting reactions and countermeasures. Humanity had waited, hidden, and prepared. Now, they were ready to take the first step toward showing the galaxy that Earth was not a world to be underestimated. The night passed, and Earth rotated silently below. The stars above seemed indifferent, but far in orbit, Titan remained alert. Lucas, Clara, Jack, Lily, and Ethan watched the monitors, their faces calm but determined. The envoys assumed they had power. They assumed humanity was primitive. They were wrong. Every calculation, every system check, every signal interception was part of a larger plan. Humanity would reveal strength not through destruction, but through presence, strategy, and precision. The galaxy had sent its envoys, expecting weakness. Instead, they would find intelligence, unity, and a power they could not have imagined. As the first part of the demonstration approached, Titan waited quietly, ready to step from the shadows. The hidden ship, a Colossus-class marvel, represented decades of human ingenuity, patience, and preparation. The galaxy believed it had sent envoys to teach Earth about itself. In reality, Earth had been preparing to teach the galaxy a lesson it would never forget. The envoys were about to discover that humanity was not what it seemed. The solar system remained calm on the surface of Earth, but in orbit, tension hung thick. The envoys from the Galactic Council continued their slow movement toward the inner planets, scanning, observing, and sending messages that assumed humanity's weakness. They had no idea that a massive ship waited silently in the shadows, prepared for the moment when humans would show their hidden power. Inside the command room of Titan, Commander Jack Harris, Engineer Lily Carter, and their small team of humans worked quietly. The Colossus-class ship remained hidden behind a field of asteroids, its enormous form invisible to the envoys. Screens displayed the movements of the approaching council ships, and Artemis, the ship's AI, ran calculations at a speed no human mind could match. "They are getting closer," Jack said, his eyes scanning the monitors. "Soon, they will be in range where they think they can challenge us." Lily nodded. "They still think we are primitive. They don't realize Titan exists. They won't know what hit them." Artemis's calm voice filled the room. "Probability of surprise is high. Recommend continued stealth until demonstration begins. No offensive action is required unless provoked." Lucas Grant, observing from Earth through a secure video link, added, "They are sending more direct messages now. They want to see our capabilities. They believe threats will make us comply. They do not understand our strength. I have intercepted parts of their communications. Some envoys doubt each other. They are divided internally." Jack smiled faintly. "That is exactly what we need. Their confidence will work against them. They believe they hold power. Soon they will see that the tables have turned." On the surface of Earth, Clara Dixon and Ethan Moore continued to coordinate diplomacy. They maintained contact with leaders around the world while secretly planning how Titan would reveal its presence. They knew the galaxy expected aggression or submission. Humanity would show something entirely different: control, intelligence, and overwhelming power hidden for decades. As Titan remained in orbit, Artemis ran continuous simulations. "All variables considered," it said, "a controlled display of strength will maximize intimidation without loss of life. Envoy reactions are predictable. Confidence in humans will rise only after visual confirmation of Titan." Lily leaned forward, studying the projections. "That is our window. We do not fire. We only appear. They need to see it. They need to realize we are not weak." Days passed with careful monitoring. The envoys, confident in their assessment, did not change their behavior. They sent probes, scanned Mars, and observed the asteroid belt. They assumed humans could not even detect them clearly. Every calculation, every display of control from Titan remained hidden. Humanity prepared, patience guiding every decision. Finally, the time arrived. Jack gave the order. "Artemis, initiate controlled emergence. Keep weapons offline. Activate visual signature only. We want presence, not destruction." The AI replied calmly, "Acknowledged. All systems in stealth mode will remain inactive." Visual projection of hull and energy signature enabled. From the shadows of the asteroids, Titan slowly moved. Its massive hull reflected the light of the distant sun, creating a gleaming silhouette that no envoy had anticipated. The massive ship shifted its position, moving with the grace of a predator yet the confidence of a guardian. The envoys paused, sensors suddenly detecting a colossal presence in their path. Lucas leaned forward at his console on Earth. "They can see it," he said quietly. "They are realizing something is wrong." They did not expect this scale. On the monitors, the envoy ships shifted formation. Panic was not open, but hesitation was visible. They sent a message again, more cautiously this time. "Humans, identify your ship. Explain your presence." Jack replied over secure comms. No response. "Let them think. Let them hesitate." Lily tapped the controls, adjusting Titan's orbit so the massive ship slowly revealed its full size. The asteroids in front of Titan shifted slightly, allowing the envoys to see its enormous hull. Its surface was sleek, smooth, and lined with systems the galaxy had never seen. The envoys began to communicate among themselves. Lucas intercepted parts of the messages. "They are shocked," he said. "Some of them did not expect a ship of this scale. They thought they were coming to a primitive world. Their calculations failed." Clara nodded. "Let them feel it. They need to understand that Earth is not what they expected." Titan's engines glowed faintly, showing movement without aggression. Artemis guided the ship carefully, demonstrating its power without launching weapons. The envoys tried to scan it, but every attempt was blocked by advanced shields that they did not even know existed. Every probe they sent was neutralized by systems hidden deep within Titan's hull. Ethan Moore spoke to the team quietly. "We need to show them capability, not hostility. Every move should prove intelligence and control. They must understand we are not reckless." Jack nodded. "Exactly. Presence without attack, power without violence. That is the message." The envoys tried to maintain their confidence, but it was faltering. Their internal communications revealed fear and doubt. Some argued for retreat, others for more scanning, but the hesitation itself was victory for humans. Titan's presence alone shifted the balance. The envoys had expected weakness. They now faced a force they could not easily challenge. Artemis spoke softly. Visual detection confirmed by multiple channels. "Probability of envoy retreat is high if humans maintain calm and controlled posture. Offensive readiness not required." Lily smiled. "Then let them think twice." "That is all we need right now. Jack observed the displays as Titan moved in a slow, deliberate pattern. A ship of this size, with this level of technology, could not have been built in secret unless humans were far more advanced than the galaxy assumed. Lucas nodded. And they are beginning to realize that we are not just a planet, we are a force. The envoy sent a message, carefully worded. Humans, identify your vessel, explain your intentions. We advise caution. Ethan Moore shook his head. They still think they hold power, but they no longer do. We have them where we want, observing, cautious, unsure. That is respect. Titan moved closer, demonstrating agility despite its size. It rotated slowly, revealing advanced energy systems along its hull. Artemis monitored the envoy's reactions in real time. Their confidence is declining. Internal disagreements are increasing. Probability of submission to diplomatic engagement is now significantly higher. Jack spoke to his team quietly. This is what preparation looks like. Patience, intelligence, and presence. The galaxy thought it had the upper hand. It did not even know we existed. Lily added, We do not need to attack. Just being here changes everything. They cannot ignore it. They cannot pretend we are primitive anymore. On Earth, Lucas monitored every signal, intercepting envoy communications. Some envoys want to retreat. Others are debating whether to continue probing. They assumed they could intimidate us. They underestimated us completely. Clara smiled faintly. Exactly what we wanted. Let them hesitate. Let them rethink their assumptions. We will not act first. We only wait and show strength. Titan adjusted its orbit again, moving in a slow, deliberate pattern that demonstrated control over the surrounding space. Energy fields shimmered subtly along its surface, enough to make the envoys aware of the hidden power without using weapons. Artemis calculated every move the envoys could make, ensuring that Titan remained safe, effective, and non-aggressive. The envoys were silent for a long moment, unsure of what to do. Then they sent another message. Humans, your vessel is unexpected. We request immediate communication to clarify your intentions. Further display of power may be interpreted as hostility. Lucas smiled. They think they can negotiate with us. They do not understand that this is not about negotiation yet. This is about presence. Jack nodded. Presence is power. We will not fire. We will not threaten. We only demonstrate capability. They will understand. Lily leaned back slightly. It is incredible. Just seeing the ship, it changes everything. They cannot ignore it. They will remember it for decades. Titan's shadow passed over the asteroid belt, and the envoy's sensors detected the massive ship in full. The scale alone was overwhelming. Artemis calculated probabilities of every reaction. If humans maintain restraint, probability of peaceful acknowledgement increases. Offensive engagement is unnecessary. Power demonstrated successfully. The envoys finally responded. Humans, your presence is acknowledged. Your vessel is significant. We request explanation and intention. Ethan Moore spoke quietly to the team. They finally understand. They respect us now, not out of fear, but out of awareness. That is exactly what we needed. Titan remained still, engines humming softly, energy systems glowing faintly, a silent colossus in space. The envoys hovered, unsure how to proceed. Lucas monitored their internal messages. They are divided. Some want to retreat. Some want to continue observing. They realize they misjudged us. Clara nodded. Good. Let them make mistakes now. Let them rethink everything. That is how respect is earned. Jack turned to the team. This is the beginning. They now know humans are not to be underestimated. We have not attacked. We have only revealed what they could not see before. That is victory in its purest form. Lily smiled. And it only took patience, planning, and intelligence. We have not wasted a single day of preparation. Artemis spoke one last time for the moment. Display complete. Probability of desired impact on envoy perception exceeds 90%. Offensive action not required. Humans remain in control of engagement parameters. Titan's presence remained, a silent guardian in the shadows. The envoys, realizing the magnitude of what they faced, paused and debated their next steps. For the first time, the galaxy understood that humanity was not what it seemed. It had been underestimated for centuries. Now the hidden power of Earth had been revealed, without a single shot fired. Lucas, Clara, Jack, Lily, and Ethan watched the monitors quietly. They will not forget this, Clara said softly. Ethan nodded. No, they will remember the day they first saw Titan. They will think twice before challenging Earth again. Jack added. And this is only the beginning. The galaxy now knows we exist, and we will show our strength on our own terms. The stars above were silent witnesses as Titan drifted in orbit, massive, calm, and unyielding. Humanity had stepped from the shadows. The galaxy's envoys had been confronted not with aggression, but with the quiet, undeniable force of preparation, intelligence, and hidden power. And in that moment, the balance of the solar system, and perhaps the galaxy, shifted forever. The envoys from the Galactic Council were silent. Titan's presence in the asteroid belt, massive and unyielding, had changed everything. For the first time, the envoys were unsure of themselves. Their systems could detect Titan, but they could not understand the scale of the technology, the intelligence behind it, or the careful control humanity exercised. Commander Jack Harris and his team watched them closely, ready for any sudden action, yet calm, knowing the ship itself was enough to command respect. "Every move they make is calculated," Jack said quietly. "They are trying to figure out if this is a trick, a trap, or real power. It is all real." Lily Carter adjusted the controls to make Titan rotate slowly, showing the full length of its hull. Its massive energy systems glowed faintly, enough for the envoy's sensors to see, but not so bright as to appear aggressive. "They are learning," Lily said softly. "They cannot deny what they see." Lucas Grant monitored the intercepted communications from the envoys. "They are arguing among themselves. Some want to retreat, some want to observe more. They did not expect this. They thought humans would be weak and compliant." Clara Dixon, watching the live data feeds from Earth, nodded. "Good. Let them debate. Let them realize they misjudged us. We do not need to threaten them. Presence alone is enough." Ethan Moore, observing from Earth, spoke quietly. "We have shown intelligence, unity, and restraint. They are seeing that humans are not reckless. That is what earns respect. They understand now that we are a force they cannot ignore." Artemis, the AI of Titan, analyzed every possible outcome of the envoy's actions. "They will not act aggressively unless provoked. Probability of peaceful acknowledgement exceeds 90%. Human lives are secure. Offensive action remains unnecessary."
Jack nodded. "Good."
"That is exactly what we want. They know we can fight, but we are not fools. That is how power is respected." The envoy sent another message, careful and measured. "Humans, your vessel is immense. Your presence is acknowledged. We request immediate communication to explain intentions. Further demonstration of power will be interpreted as hostility." Lucas read the message and smiled. "They are cautious now. Fear is not the reason. They understand we are capable." That is what we needed. Titan remained calm, its massive form drifting with the slow grace of a guardian. Artemis adjusted energy fields subtly to show power without aggression. Every move of the ship demonstrated intelligence and control. The envoys hovered uncertainly, realizing that if they attacked, they could face a force beyond their comprehension. Jack spoke to his team quietly. "We do not fire, we only show them what they should not ignore. Presence, control, intelligence. That is more powerful than any weapon." Lily nodded. "They will remember this day forever. They underestimated us. They cannot do that again." On Earth, Lucas intercepted more internal envoy communications. Some of them are arguing whether to retreat, others want to continue observing. They have realized they cannot push humans around. That is our advantage. Clara smiled. "Good. Let them make mistakes. Let them overthink. We control the situation now." Titan moved slightly closer, its massive engines glowing softly. Artemis monitored the envoy's reaction in real time. Confidence among envoys is decreasing, internal disagreement is increasing, probability of retreat or diplomatic engagement is high. Ethan Moore added, "They are beginning to understand that humans are not only capable of defense but also of strategy. That is what makes us powerful in their eyes." Suddenly, one of the envoys made a cautious move. A small probe approached Titan, scanning energy signatures. Lily and Jack watched as Artemis intercepted the probe without using force. The probe's systems were neutralized, harmlessly disabled, and drifted away. Lucas grinned. "They just learned how advanced we are. They cannot touch us without consequences." Clara nodded. "Exactly. That is enough to make them rethink everything they know about humans." The envoy sent a new message, even more carefully worded. "Humans, we acknowledge your presence. Your vessel exceeds expectations. We request communication and explanation." "We mean no hostility, but caution is advised," Ethan Moore replied quietly. "They are being cautious because they respect us." That is what we wanted. We are not threatening. We're showing responsibility and intelligence. Titan rotated slowly, showing the full scope of its energy systems. Artemis calculated every possible reaction from the envoys. They are aware of our ability to neutralize any aggression. They understand the scale of our technology. Probability of peaceful engagement is now extremely high.
Jack smiled. We have done exactly what we planned.
They assumed we were weak. They have learned we are far stronger than they imagined. As the hours passed, the envoys maintained distance. Their ships moved cautiously, scanning, observing, but no longer sending threats. Humanity's message had been clear. This planet was not one to be bullied. The hidden strength of Earth had been revealed, and it had not required a single act of war. On Earth, Clara, Ethan, Lucas, and other leaders watched silently, understanding the magnitude of the moment. Humanity had shown itself not through destruction, but through presence, intelligence, and calculated restraint. Lucas spoke softly. They now know what we are capable of. This is the day the galaxy starts to respect humanity. Jack turned to Lily. We are in control. They see our power, but they also see our restraint. That is what makes us unpredictable and respected. Lily nodded. They understand we can destroy, but we choose not to. That is strength. Artemis calculated all remaining possibilities. All outcomes indicate that humans have established dominance without aggression. Envoy actions are now constrained by respect and caution. Probability of peaceful acknowledgement of human power is effectively complete. The envoys began to communicate among themselves. Lucas intercepted fragments of their discussion. They are debating whether to report to the Galactic Council or continue observing. Some wish to retreat, others want more information. They cannot ignore Titan. They underestimated humans, and now they know. Clara said quietly, "Let them debate. Every second they hesitate reinforces our position. They assumed we would be easy to control. They were wrong." Titan's slow movements continued, demonstrating the ship's agility despite its enormous size. Artemis displayed energy manipulations along the hull, showing controlled power that could redirect asteroids or block probes without harm. The envoys understood that even without firing a shot, humanity had the upper hand. Ethan Moore watched the monitors. We have made our point. They know now. They respect us, not out of fear, but because we demonstrated intelligence, unity, and capability. That is far more powerful than violence. Lucas nodded. This is what the galaxy needs to learn. Humans are not weak. We are prepared. We are patient. And we will defend ourselves if needed. Suddenly, one of the envoys sent a message directly to Earth. Humans, we recognize your capability. We will delay any decisions regarding intervention. Your restraint is noted. Further actions from you will be observed with caution. Communication is encouraged. Clara smiled faintly. That is exactly what we wanted. They acknowledge us now. They respect us. That is a victory. Jack spoke to the team. This is the beginning of a new era. The galaxy has seen humanity's strength, intelligence, and restraint. They assumed weakness. They have learned otherwise. We have not fired a shot, and yet we have won respect. Lily nodded. It is incredible. All the preparation, all the patience, it paid off. The galaxy will not forget this day. Titan hovered silently in orbit, a massive guardian. Its engines glowed faintly, its hull reflected the distant sun, and its energy system shimmered subtly. Artemis monitored the envoys' positions and communications, ensuring no unexpected action would compromise humanity's demonstration. The ship had done its work without aggression, proving that power combined with restraint was more formidable than violence. Lucas watched the final intercepted communications from the envoys. They are retreating slowly. Some still wish to observe, but they will never underestimate humans again. They assumed we were primitive. They now know we are advanced, capable, and intelligent. Clara added, we have changed the balance of perception. Humanity is no longer an unknown. We are a force in the galaxy. On Earth, ordinary life continued, unaware of the silent drama above. Children played, families slept, cities lit the night, and yet humanity had taken a step into a new future. The hidden ship had emerged. The envoys had learned respect, and the galaxy had glimpsed the power that had been kept secret for decades. Jack spoke quietly to his team. We have done what we needed. Titan has shown strength without aggression. The envoys now know humans are not to be underestimated. That is a victory for all of us.
Lily nodded.
It is more than a victory. It is a message. We are here. We are capable, and we will protect our world. Lucas, Clara, and Ethan joined in, watching the monitors. This day will be remembered, Clara said. The galaxy will remember it. They thought they knew humanity. They were wrong. Ethan added, and we will continue to grow, to learn, and to prepare. We have earned our place among the stars. Titan drifted in orbit, calm, massive, and unyielding. Artemis spoke one last time for the moment. Mission objective achieved. Human presence and capability acknowledged by envoy forces. Probability of peaceful recognition of human power is maximal. All systems remain on standby for future directives. The envoys retreated slowly, uncertain of what to do next. They had come to assess humanity, to determine whether Earth was a threat or a primitive world. Now they knew. They had underestimated humans, and that mistake would not be repeated. As the night passed, Titan returned to a hidden orbit behind the asteroid belt. Humanity had revealed its strength, intelligence, and restraint to the galaxy. It had done so without a single act of war. The balance had shifted. The galaxy now saw humans as equals, capable of strategy, innovation, and measured force. Lucas, Clara, Jack, Lily, and Ethan watched the monitors one last time. We have changed how the galaxy sees us, Jack said. We have done it without violence. That is true strength, Lily added. We have not only survived, we have been respected. That is more important than any battle. As Earth turned silently beneath them, Titan rested, massive, calm, and ready. Humanity had stepped out of the shadows, and the galaxy had finally noticed. For the first time, humans were no longer just a planet to be observed. They were a force, patient, intelligent, and united. A force the galaxy would never underestimate again. The stars above seemed indifferent, yet they bore witness. The hidden Colossus-class ship had emerged. Humanity had claimed its place among the stars. The envoys would never be the same again.